Let's go right now to Capitol Hill and talk to the member of the Foreign Relations Committee, Republican Senator Rand Paul of Kentucky. Also, NBC News Capitol Hill correspondent Casey Hunt rejoins the conversation as well. Well, Senator, you know, in 1993, Hillary Clinton came under a lot of fire for keeping her health care task force secret. Republicans, the Wall Street Journal, conservative interest groups went crazy, saying something that accounted for 1/7 of the America's economy shouldn't be kept under lock and key. You're saying that's exactly what the House Republican committees are doing now. Tell us about it.
Well, you know, when I read that it was being kept in a secure location in a secret room and that only members of the committee could read it, I became a little suspicious, and it made me want to read it even more. And no, we should all read it. I have the feeling that it's going to go through some House committees. It's going to be kept secret until it gets to them, and then it's going to come to the Senate, but it's not going to go to any committees. And the question is, will it be amendable? Will we be told, hurry up and pass it, take it or leave it? I'm getting the impression it's take it or leave it. And the problem I have is the bill that I'm hearing about through the media, since I haven't been allowed to see it, is it has several components of Obamacare. It keeps the Cadillac tax, but renames it. It starts a new entitlement program, refundable tax credits, and it also keeps the individual mandate. This is interesting. Republicans complained about the individual mandate. The new individual mandate will be you pay your penalty not to the government, you're going to be forced to pay a penalty to the insurance company, but it's still a mandate. It's going to be an individual mandate.
Yeah, well, you know, Senator, it makes perfect sense if you're trying to pass an unpopular bill to keep it hidden. And then, as you said, just shove it in front of the members' faces, give them 30 minutes to read it or a half a day to read it. It may make sense in terms of jamming a bill through Congress, but it's a terrible idea, obviously, when it comes to health care, when it comes to the safety and the security of these Republican members. And you and I, in separate chambers through the years, have seen this all the time. The bigger the bill, the more pork there is in it, the more things they want to hide, the closer they hold it, and then they give it to you and you have to do an up or down vote. And it puts members in a terrible position.
But one of the interesting things is we did have consensus about a year ago on a clean repeal. So that's what I'm advocating. Let's just vote on clean repeal. And if there are big government replacement ideas, big government Republicans can then work with Democrats to pass spending proposals if they think that's what replacement is. But if they want conservatives on board, we can vote tomorrow on a clean repeal. And then if they want to do some fancy new government programs and big taxes, Cadillac tax, taxing health insurance policies, they can work with Democrats to pass those, but it should be a separate proposal. If they want conservatives, they're going to have to do a clean repeal like we did about a year ago.
Casey Hunt, obviously very strange scenes yesterday as a Republican senator is locked out of a Republican committee hearing room on the House. What are you hearing on the Hill?
Yeah, it was quite the scene yesterday. I have to give a little credit where credit is due for that, Joe. There were even at one point dogs involved running up and down the stairs. Other House Democrats got in on the action. But look, I think this is something where there are, and Senator Paul was, I think, referring to Republicans who are concerned about doing just a straight up repeal bill at this point, because there are a lot of people who would come under enormous stress in their states, and they're worried about owning those political consequences if they go home and they say, hey, I'm just going to repeal this, but I'm not going to offer you anything in return. That's a potential real problem. And my question for you, Senator Paul, is, are you ready to be the person that prevents Republicans from doing anything about health care? Because it seems to me if you push forward the way you are, it's entirely possible that the repeal and replace could run into significant trouble, and that you might end up with nothing at the end of the day.
No, I think there's actually a way out of this. We all agreed on complete repeal, clean repeal about a year ago. If we vote on that separate from the replacement, I have a replacement bill, so do others. Vote on several alternatives of replacement on the same day as repeal. So I'm not advocating that we do nothing. I'm actually been a big advocate over the last 2 months of saying we should replace on the same day. That's what I talked to President Trump about, and I think he advocates for also. But we do differ within the Republican and the Democrat Party disagree on what that replacement should be, but we have consistently agreed on repeal. So my point is, let's vote on complete repeal separately, and then the same day, let's vote on maybe a variety of proposals on replacement.
All right, Senator Rand Paul of Kentucky, thank you so much for being with us. We greatly appreciate it. Good luck getting into that room. Let's talk about what we've learned today. We've only